And they're there, but they're eating, so we're going to start. What is opportunity, and when does it knock? Somebody knock. Oh, yeah. It never knocks. Come on, you guys. You can wait a whole lifetime for this knock. Listening, hoping, and you will never hear a knock. No knocking. I don't hear any knocking here. Because we don't need to hear the knocking. None at all. You are opportunity. And you must knock on the door leading to your destiny. How about that? Who knows about their destiny? Right, Jimmy does. All right. Well, prepare yourself to recognize opportunity. And tonight is an opportunity. If you got talent, we're here to support you. I mean, literally support you. I am asking for donations to keep this afloat. What I mean by not in the water, but I mean afloat. You know, expenses, you know. Like the videographer and the YouTube. Have you seen us on YouTube? It's exciting. We have already 4 weeks every Wednesday night, and we got some really good stuff. So I'm going to introduce you to people as we go along. I just want to tell you about this opportunity thing. You prepare yourself for that opportunity to pursue and seize opportunity as you develop the strength of your personality and build a self-image with which you are able to live with yourself. Respect yourself. Respect, self-respect is alive and growing. And God is blessing you because you got the talent and the nerve to come to the mic. And smiling to me. I went for a walk and I saw lots of people smiling here. This is the NoHo Diner in North Hollywood. It's been here 50 years. Amen. And we're just trying to keep it afloat and liven it up with our talents. So without any further ado, I'm going to introduce, we got my old buddy, Jack Matzye. He hails from Ohio, but he has been here for 25 years, 20 years. Anyway, we've done a lot of good things.
Nothing but lies and false promises.
Yes, but he's been on the stage with us before.
Yeah, okay.
Here you go, Jack.
All right, yeah. Well, I guess lies and promises. Oh my God, I must have crucified Christ my last life, so I'm getting kicked around right here. I'm sorry you people, I'm not in the mood to do comedy. My car just got vandalized 2 hours ago. Yeah, the tires got smashed, the windows got busted, candy got ripped off. Oh, geez, I have to learn how to control that temper of mine.
Wow.
Yeah, I did perform on the road for 4 or 5 years. Almost got hit by a semi. He like my punchlines. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. It's very corrupted town. How corrupted is it? I was sitting on the street corner one day, someone was trying to sell me crack cocaine. It was the mayor. No, just kidding. It was a congressman. Oh, Jesus Christ, so corrupt every time. Remember in our old days when a child was born? They used to pass out cigars. Now they're passing out reefers. Oh my! Oh, by the way, I did open up for Liberace for a few years. Famous piano player. You know that? I did open up for Liberace.
Yeah, I served him coffee once.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, God bless him, great piano player, but he didn't suck on the organ.
Yeah.
But
I loved his jewelry.
Yep. Oh my God, that guy was filthy rich. I'm the opposite. I'm poor. How poor am I? Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
I'm so poor I have to jack off my dog just to get milk for my cat.
Whoa. Whoa, that's bad.
Yeah, some days my cat leaves. Some days I'm lucky my cat leaves me enough milk for my coffee. But one thing I hate about being a comedian, they say, hey, we're not too smart. I almost graduated perfect 4-point average, missed by 3 points. Thank God for Jim. My parents said if I graduate, they'll buy me a car. Yeah, they got me Hot Wheels. Oh, was I mad? I paid for the tracks. Speaking about your parents, you remember the first time you stole your father's cigarettes, how paranoid you were? He was home and kicked your ass. First time I stole my old man's cigarettes, was I dumb? I ripped it out of his mouth. Almost woke him up. Oh my God, my school years, late 60s, early 70s. That's when drugs became popular. First time I smoked grass, happened on a fishing trip. I got so hungry by the time I got to the lake, I was out of bait. Why is everybody flunking a drug test? Questions that hard? Maybe to make the question easier, like guess what color are reds or how you spell LSD. I hear it's drugs nowadays. I was at the bank this morning. Tyler asked me if I was interested in a joint bank account. I told him I don't smoke that stuff, I only sell it. They just poured up a crack house across the street. Oh, was I mad I was in it? Ready to go to the checkout line. But they say get high on sports, not on drugs and alcohol. You know I'm a big sport fan, and one thing I always want to know, if Wheaties are breakfast for champions, is hooker breakfast for hookers? Matter of fact, hooker is a rugby position, which I did play. I don't believe I was crazy enough to play that game. But before I got into comedy, I used to be a bartender. I used to be a bouncer at a daycare center. I was allowed to use nightsticks on kids, but they still maced me okay. Remember the first time a cop ever maced you? I could tell she was a cop. Because hookers will get mad when you urinate on them. But I used to be a bartender. I got fired driving all my customers a drink. I hope I don't drive you guys a drink. Don't you do stupid things when you're drunk, like ask a girl to dance at a ball game during the national anthem. Or pet the wrong end of a sheepdog. Oh, one time I got drunk, the cat really bit my tongue. Of course, I tried to French kiss it. Oh my God. By the way, I tried safe sex this morning. I couldn't remember the combination number.
Yeah!
Next time I use a padlock. Remember the first time you made love? I don't remember exact words. Okay, Jack, I'll do what you say. Put down the gun. By the way, I went for a walk this morning. A rabbit jumped up, bit me right in the forearm. Yep, guess I had a bad hair day. Well, he bit me on the fingers. By the way, remember the song by Steppenwolf, Looking for Adventure, Born to be Wild? Well, I did. I met this one gorgeous girl at a convenience store parking lot. She dropped all her produce. I was nice enough to help her pick it up. At least I could do it when I tripped her. By the way, I went to a psychic way before I got here. She gave me the good news and bad news. She said, in my next life, I'm a very beautiful soulmate, but the bad news will be the same sex. She said, I hope my next life I come up with some better material. But they say from one lifetime to another, you come back the opposite. If you're fat in this life, you're going to come back as a lean person. If you're smart in this life, you're going to come back as an idiot. And if you're rich in this life, you're going to be desperately poor in your next life. Jesus Christ, I must have been one ugly broad in my last life.
There you go.
Yep. Oh, well. Oh, by the way, I was at a dance last night doing a foxtrot. My partner's too short. I kept stepping on her tail. I was I guess what, Beverly Hills now is a very ritzy town. How ritzy is it? I went to a Greyhound station. Not one person smelled, except the driver. But my doctor gave me the bad news that they only got 1 month to live, so I picked July. He said, sorry, but that month's taken. You got some rude people in LA, don't you? I was at a fast food place this morning. I'm not going to tell you which one because I don't want you to disown them. This guy at the cash register, before I order anything, he says, boy, you smell, don't you use deodorant? Don't you shower? Don't you shave, you filthy pig? Mommy never go to the drive-thru window again. About to get off stage right now. Comedy is a tough business. Oh, I started in my hometown in Ohio. First time I'm not a popular person. How popular I am. I was picked up for drunken driving. They don't give me a special penalty, $1,000 fine, half-hour electric chair. I remember the first time I did an open mic. After every joke, the MC interrupted me. Sorry, you're too close to the mic, so I took 2 steps back. Another joke, you're still too far back. He's taking them 2 or 3 more steps back. Told another joke, said this time take 4 steps. I asked the MC, how far do you want me away from the microphone? He said, I don't know, where the hell do you live? But I went to a psych, I tell you how, I called psychic hotline, nobody answered, they must have known it was me. Well, I'm about to get off stage right now. I was at a tough place a couple weeks ago. How tough was it? Thanks for asking. People were yelling all kinds of things at me like, you suck, you blow, hit the road, you moron. And I was only busting tables. All right.
Okay, so we're having fun here at the NoHo Diner. And we're on Magnolia in North Hollywood. It's actually a famous place. A lot of stars used to come in here. So if you come in, you can check it out. You'll see some pictures around. And maybe you'll get lucky. You'll even meet some of them. In the meantime, you got us. Yay! So, I got a nice guy. His name is Harry. I'm just wild about Harry. Oh, you don't want to hear me sing?
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, he is, though. And this is Harrieth. And he'll tell you a little bit more about himself, okay? Let's hear it from, yay, Harry! Come on,
Harry.
sweetheart. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Hello, my name's Harrieth, and I'm a retired Air Force guy, turned actor.
Yay!
I have a monologue for you and some poems that I've written.
Yeah.
Go for
Is
it.
this on?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. You think I'm such an angel, but if you only knew what was really going on inside my head, you'd shudder. Yesterday I sat there for 2 hours while we had that nauseatingly monotonous board meeting, and all I could think of was, what if? What if I crawled across the table and chewed Marshall's face off? Not that I have any enmity against Marshall. He's a perfectly fine guy to work for. Not that, well, I would ever do anything cannibalistic, you know. But what would they all do if I just crawled across the table and chewed his face off and spit it on the table right in front of them?
Oh,
What would they do?
I don't know.
I mean, this what if thing just drives me crazy. I just, you know, what if? What if I ran over someone on the way to work? What if I spray painted obscene words on the window of a Safeway? What if I stood stark naked on Chestnut Street and gave away my record collection?
Yeah.
What if? Just drives me crazy. I turned it off.
Yeah, look and see.
Now is it on?
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is. What if you shut it off again?
What if?
Well, then it'll go dead again.
Keep going.
Okay.
So what if you were on that street? What happened?
What if I gave away my record collection?
Oh, no.
Stark naked, and I was standing in the middle of Chestnut Street.
Woo!
What if? This thing just drives me crazy. Maybe I'm just so bored with life that I have to fantasize. You know, maybe this is good for me somehow or something. Maybe just this what if stuff is somehow healthy for me. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is the next time we have one of those board meetings and I start to sit up and do something crazy, please stop me before it's too late.
Oh, yeah. All right. We will.
All right.
Woo!
I thought to myself, it's getting late. But does that mean it can't be great? I might be one of those guys who need to perform best under pressure. Maybe I just need a huge stressor. I'll keep doing what I can and start conforming to the plan of writing poetry and saving up all the efforts you can stand, maybe even come up with my own brand.
All right.
When we were little kids, I was the little brother. The last picked, I struggled to be noticed and not kicked. I was strong but lesser, like I needed a lesson in greatness. I needed a new dresser, trying to carve out a place that's not a disgrace. So I started taking steps to get to a place full of grace. Hopefully I will end up so I am happy and have plenty of dough. When I was a kid, we loved to play. Invincibility was the rule of the day. That was the mindset when we all would play. Who was the greatest would be the mainstay. Being the captain of the team was all the kids' dream. No one wants to be left behind. Being forgotten is rotten. To be avoided for sure. It's not unlike an unfrosted cake, still needs the topping du jour. When we were kids, we learned to sing. I remember that we put sugar on everything. The sky was the limit, there was no bounds. There was nothing that we couldn't do. We were profound. We thought we were world class, headed for the NFL. We had balls of brass. No doubt of success. We knew I was going to be a success. I was a winner, pure and simple, without a pimple. I'm learning to construct my poems more carefully. It's how I'm going to express myself more fully. I'm going to thoughtfully and considerately express my thoughts in the form of a poem, and hopefully give the hearers a warm feeling on the way home. Who's next, Justine?
We better call that guy John up. He knows better than me.
Okay,
Come
there
on,
we go.
John. Tell him what it
John.
is. Call John up.
Oh,
John's a famous comedian.
He
We
is?
love to share our time with him.
Woo! And he loves to
All right.
travel. Let's hear it for John. Come on,
John,
Jack.
right.
Come on. Put their hands
Yeah,
together.
baby. That's where you clap, right here. This is where you
all
clap.
right.
I'm going to tell a quick joke
Yeah.
to start. How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
Yeah.
Practice.
Practice.
Woo. Yeah.
All right, my name is John Diresta. I used to be a stand-up comedian. Now I'm a performance artist.
Yes.
Whoa, which is better? Wow.
Performance artists don't need laughs,
No.
right?
No, just beards.
What's up, fucker?
Yeah.
I live in North Hollywood. That's what.
Everyone says, what's up, fucker?
Oh,
I live north of Victory. You guys know what that's called, for real?
no.
It's called the Mexican Triangle.
Oh my God.
You ever see the day laborers outside of Home Depot?
Yeah.
And you wonder where they go to at night?
Right.
My block.
Oh.
For real. I picked up a day laborer, we did a job, and I picked him up at Home Depot, and I said, hey, I'm going back to North Hollywood, where do you live? He goes, I live in North Hollywood too. I said, oh man, I go, I live north of Victory. He goes, I live north of Victory too. I go, I live on Lemon. He goes, I live on Lemon. Now he's my best friend, his name is Ulysses.
Oh.
I have no friends.
Oh.
As handsome as I am,
Whoa.
and as charismatic. So when I watch a UFC fight, so I can have camaraderie. I don't know what the word, I'm from Long Island, I'm not retarded. So I can have camaraderie. I pay day laborers to sit and drink with me. I think I might have invented that. And they think I'm Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh no. What
No, I
makes-
used to look like Rosie O'Donnell. Now I look like George Clooney if he had a retarded brother
Oh yeah.
that was homeless and from Long Island. I have a Chinese neighbor in North Hollywood that said, you look like a George Clooney
Yeah.
if George Clooney was from Long Island. Yesterday I told him, I'm a woodworker, I told one of my woodworking customers I'm in the movie Miss Congeniality, and we were all alone in his store in San Gabriel, and he got weird. And he didn't believe it, and I showed him a picture of me and Sandra Bullock. And you know what he did? He looked around, he leaned in, he said, you frockum Sandra Bullock? You frockum?
Whoa.
You frockum Sandra Bullock. You frockum Sandra Bullock. Lufrakum, Central Borough.
Wow.
Duck sauce, soy sauce. Remember that in New York, whenever you got Chinese food? Duck sauce, soy sauce? Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where did you grow up? Queens?
Queens, yeah, the
Yeah.
best place.
Yeah, you have a great accent. What part of Queens?
Ridgewood.
Ridgewood. Yeah. There's an old joke, because I'm from, when I say to people, I'm from Queens,
Right.
and then they say, I thought you were from regular parents.
Oh, yeah, right.
You get it? Like both of my dads are gay guys.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? There was a store in Long Island called Two Guys. It was like,
Oh, yeah, I know.
you remember Two Guys?
Two Guys Pizza, yeah.
Well, watch this. The joke we did in Long Island was, I heard your parents own a store. It's called Two Guys. Nothing? Like your parents were two guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, we didn't like that too much. Anyway, what about those pizzas there?
Two Guys Pizza, I don't remember. I do like pizza in New York.
Yeah.
And I was in Long Island since I saw you guys for 3 nights, maybe 4. And I had to do everything on earth to not
Uh-oh.
shut off. They put that button they put the button in an inconvenient spot,
I
don't they?
know,
Boy,
I know.
imagine you were hitting the big note.
I have to put a T.
I did it my
Highway.
way.
Oh, what is a man? What has he got?
Dude, you know the version I do? I was married 32 years. Ready for this?
Yes.
And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain.
Right.
My friends, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, to which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it her way. You get it about being married?
Yeah.
I did it her way.
All right.
Come on. How about this? I used to be fat. My diet will start tomorrow.
Oh, you bet your bottom
Bet you a
dollar.
hoagie sandwich that tomorrow won't be fun. Just thinking about tomorrow. I scoff down hot wings with no sorrow. Till there's none.
No.
When I think of my gout without bologna, I just stick out my chins and grins and say my diet was, yeah.
Yep. That's gonna make you belch.
Okay. You know what I discovered? You can't play with a grandson. I have a grandson. Can't play pull my finger.
No.
Yeah. God forbid. What's the definition of the word surprise? A fart with a lump in it.
Oh, God.
I'll hold. Now watch this. Normally I do the brush. Are you guys watching?
Yeah.
Pretend, let's say I just hit a joke. Practice, practice, practice.
Right, yeah.
No?
Yeah.
the comb? Instead of the comb? So I did one show Friday in Levittown. They call Levittown the White Harlem. Did you know that?
Oh.
No.
The White Harlem. That's an old name from the 50s.
Oh my God.
Because it was the first town in America where every house was just $3,000 and looked alike. All the Levitt houses looked alike, like black people. I'll hold.
Oh,
I'll hold. That wasn't racist.
no. That was after World War II.
Yeah. And then I did one show Sunday night for the football team that I was the captain in one of your poems, in your monologue. You mentioned something. I was the captain of the football team, so we did a show Sunday night. And I got a standing ovation and a heckler, and I went back and forth so much I buried him.
Uh-oh.
And he had so much fun. No, it was good natured. I keep it above the waist. He gave me a $200 tip. I'll hold.
Oh, wow. Woo! That made you feel handsome, right?
$200 tip. And I think I can't show you my phone. I think I might have found my future ex-wife.
No.
My opening act.
Oh boy.
Big New York act. Queens, from Queens.
Yeah, yeah.
You're from Queens? I was born in Far Rockaway. Far Rockaway, Queens is a nice area if you're a bullet. Get it? It's dangerous.
Yeah, I can take the train there.
Yeah, the A train. What was the last stop? I'll give you $5 trivia. Last stop, A train in Far Rockaway. It's easy.
I don't know.
You get $5 and
Oh, wow.
You have 5 seconds.
I don't know.
yeah, no, Grand Central's in New York City.
No.
You
Jack?
get it, what?
Jack, do you know?
One syllable.
What's that?
No, he's from Ohio.
Yeah, I know.
He's special. Did I tell you guys I have a 34-year-old special needs son?
No.
Well, I mean, he's just really fucking stupid.
Well,
Come on. Come on. Mott Avenue, last stop on the A. Mott, M-O-T-T.
oh,
Mott Avenue.
Mott Street.
Mott, well, I think it was Mott Avenue. You might have known it as Mott Street, but it
Yeah,
was Mott
Mott
Avenue.
Street, definitely.
Well, it was Mott Avenue when I was there. You could call it Mott Street.
Didn't they have a little
The
China?
judges won't take it.
They had a little Chinatown down there.
That I don't
Mott
remember.
Street.
I
yeah.
don't remember. I don't remember. Watch this, one strange twist of fate. I was born in Far Rockaway, Queens, and lived in a housing tenement. Me and my brother were the only 2 Caucasian kids with 100 African-American families. It was like a welfare building, like Good Times.
Oh, yeah.
So we were the only white kids for the first 2 or 3 years, and then my dad bought a house in the most Jewish town in America, and we became the Goyim white trash.
Where was that?
How much can I take?
I don't know.
Woodmere.
Oh!
5 towns.
Oh, Woodmere. Oh,
Woodmere.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I got your accent, yeah.
Listen, to quote the movie Goodfellas, this is a quote from Goodfellas. It's not me saying it.
Oh.
It's like you died and woke up in Jew heaven.
Oh.
Baruch Atoy Eliyaheinu.
Mm.
Shabbat Shalom. The first time I ever felt the sting of racism, I was in love with Susan Schneider. We were 16 years old. I loved her. And her parents made us break up because I was Goyim, white trash.
Oh, no.
The second sting of racism, I was selling merch up by you in Detroit. And after the show, I'm selling a CD, and the guy comes over, he goes, hey, funny stuff. But as soon as you opened your mouth, I said to my wife, this is a flit. If I ever saw a flit, this is a flit. Do you know what a flit is?
No.
F-L-I-D? I go, what's a flit? He goes, it's what the whole world thinks of you guys. Fucking Long Island douchebag.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a flit.
Whoa.
Who else is a flit? Howard Stern is a flit.
That's right.
You know who our king is? Who's the king flit? Joey Buttafuoco. Remember Joey Buttafuoco?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
name's familiar.
Alec Baldwin is a flit.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Alec Baldwin, I'm not sure if you know this, I got shot in a big feature film. I got shot in a movie called 15 Minutes. I took a bullet for Robert De Niro. In Miss Congeniality 2, I get shot. I took a bullet for Sandra Bullock. Come to think of it, I'm just glad I never did a movie with Alec Baldwin.
No.
Oh,
Ah,
Alec Baldwin.
yeah. I did a movie with him.
You
Don't
did?
ask me what it was. It was on Venice Beach
What movie?
in a supermarket. I don't know.
You're funny, you don't know.
I
I'm in, that's funny you do that, because I'm in 1 or 2 movies, I don't remember the title. And then when I watch this, when I look up at the IMDb, I'm like, oh, I was in a movie with, you know, like 6 guys from The Sopranos were all like in these movies.
Right.
You know, before. Did you watch Sopranos?
Yeah, yeah.
You remember Christopher Moltisanti?
No.
Oh, okay, you don't remember which guy was which. You don't remember Adriana, the blonde?
No.
Okay. Is it cold in here or is it me?
It is, it is.
I'm getting, as I get older, I get colder.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you're still hot stuff.
Oh, wow, I don't know about that.
Hot stuff.
Thank you. I look like George Clooney.
Right. That's
I used to look like Rosie O'Donnell. If I gotta look like someone, I gotta look like him.
Yeah.
See what I did there? I call Rosie him.
Oh,
You didn't catch it.
no.
Any questions? I've been to Ohio as a comedian.
Oh, you did?
Of course, I've been to Dayton. I've been to Hong Kong. I went to Hong Kong for 2 shows. I've been to Alaska 5 times.
Did you do all 50 states?
No, not at all. I've never been to like North Dakota, South Dakota. I did a gig in Fargo, North Dakota. I just looked at my notes, and it was a Thursday through Sunday, and it paid $4,500. And I have no recollection of making money like that as a comedian. 4,500 in my notes for 4 nights in Fargo. I don't remember making that kind of money.
No.
Long Island at Friday night, my ticket sales were about 100 people because there was the fight. Saturday night was a big UFC fight, but I had more people come out. That was a wild show. And then Sunday night, I got a standing ovation. I flew back and back to the drawing board here.
All right.
Living the dream.
Oh, this is it, boy. Big time.
If I was any more happy, I would think it was a setup.
Right.
I made the stage. For you people that don't know, I'm a woodworker. I came right over from my shop.
Right.
And my next stop is home. I'll smoke some pot. Then I'll watch some gay porno and rub one out. Thank you.
You get a Harrison Ford.
Yeah, Harrison Ford was a woodworker. Okay, watch this. I'm on a couple of strange lists, right? We're all in Hollywood. I'm on a list of 5 woodworkers that were also actors.
Oh my God.
Can you name them?
Harrison Ford.
That's one. Harrison Ford is the king.
Harris.
Big welcome. Oh, John, say, Cusack.
John Cusack, I never heard that.
Oh.
It's me, Nick Offerman from The Office. Nick Offerman. It is William H. Macy from the movie Fargo.
Oh
Tim
yeah,
Allen.
I know him.
Who's that?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen, I think he was a tool buff. I'm not sure he was a real woodworker. And John Diresta, I'm a woodworker. You know who else is a woodworker? There's a controversy whether he's a shoemaker or a woodworker.
Oh.
And he's a really good actor from There Will Be Blood. What's his name? He played Lincoln for Spielberg.
Oh.
Black hair. He was in Gangs of New York.
Oh yeah.
Whoopsie daisy. He played Bill the Butcher. Can't think of his name. Daniel
Day-Lewis.
Daniel. Circle gets the square.
Oh,
He won Academy Award.
He's either a woodworker or a shoemaker. I'm on another list. 5 most famous actors that were civil servants. Any guesses? Civil servants. You're going to know all of them. Ready for this? Steve Buscemi was a New York City fireman. John Diresta was a cop. Anybody remember Kojak?
Telly
Of
Savalas, yeah.
course.
Telly Savalas' lieutenant was a Long Island Railroad conductor. I can't think of his name right now.
What was Andy Kaufman's day job, you know?
Who?
Andy Kaufman had a regular job. Who was it?
He worked at Jerry's Deli as a waiter.
Bus boy, yeah.
Busboy. Ah, I was close.
Well, stay with that. Still restaurant work.
The judges will give it to me.
Well, still people there. Just
Okay, trivia. Let's do trivia. What was his name?
Andy Kaufman.
What town was he from? Oh wait.
Queens.
No. Close. As close to Queens as you can get.
Manhattan.
Other way. You're funny. You sound like my mom.
Long Island.
Yeah, where in Long Island? You're close. Starts with a G. Starts with a G. You have 5 seconds.
Gee.
That button. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. Stay away. Great Neck. He's from Great Neck, Long
Oh
Island.
yeah.
Great Neck, Long Island.
You heard a song, We'll Take Manhattan?
I did. I don't remember how it goes.
But they said, oh, we'll go to Yonkers. Where's that at?
Yonkers is right above the Bronx.
Oh, okay.
Everyone in the Bronx moves to Yonkers. Everyone in Brooklyn and Queens moved to Nassau and Suffolk.
You heard a singer named Ella Fitzgerald.
I do.
She sings that song so perfectly.
Yeah.
She does an A1 job with that song. We'll take Manhattan.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you guys know the Staten Island jokes. Staten Island is Brooklyn with a cover charge.
Oh,
That's money in the bank. And when I was in the police academy 38 years ago, NYPD Academy, my instructor always called Staten Island, is that an island? That's all he would ever say. That was his joke. Is that an island? Staten Island.
Sinatra's hometown.
That I wasn't sure, is it?
Yeah.
That I didn't know.
Yeah.
And he lived in Toluca Lake. I have a question for all of us. We live here.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever seen a fucking lake in Toluca Lake?
No.
Do you know there is one?
No, it's a farce.
No, I think it's entrapped by a big circle of houses.
It is.
Oh, it is, right? But
They
you
say
can't.
it is, but I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either. That's a funny joke.
That's-
That's a funny concept.
there's a good trivia. Which actor, the only actor to have a leading role in 3 Academy Award-winning films in 3 different decades? Which actor had a leading role in 3 Academy
Oh, I'm out.
Al Pacino.
Oh, you can't, you're close,
Robert De Niro.
No, you're close. Who's in the same caliber as Pacino? Who's short, dark hair guy? They always compare Al Pacino to this guy. But come
Joe
on.
Pesci?
What?
Joe Pesci?
Oh, no, come on, he also won an Academy Award a couple times. Who's the closest guy to Al Pacino? Come on.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, no, you're close.
Andy Garcia?
Marlon Brando.
No,
Andy Garcia is a good guess.
no, you can't.
Andy Garcia is in a fantastic movie called Internal Affairs. Anybody remember Internal
Yeah,
Affairs?
I do, yeah.
Where Richard Gere plays a dirty LA cop.
Yeah.
I'm going to give $20 if anyone knows Richard Gere's character in that movie. His name. $20. 20. Easy.
Oh.
20. You can't look it up. It's not in your coffee. Sergeant Dennis Peck. Thank you. Sergeant Dennis
Okay,
Peck.
I named the 3 movies, okay?
Go ahead.
Midnight Cowboy in 69.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, Kramer versus Kramer in 79. And The Rain Man in 86.
Oh.
Speaking of Rain Man, can I explain a quick thing that happened to me?
Wait, who was that actor then?
Dustin Hoffman.
Okay, of course.
Who had a leading role in back-to-back Academy Award, you know, who's in a back-to-back Academy Award winning? Gable.
Mm.
Gone to Win, what was the other one? Hey Mutiny?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I had to take a bath the other day. The shower didn't work, and I haven't taken a bath in 15 years.
Oh, wow.
And I take a shower. I don't like crawling in and out. And so I took a bath, and the water looked hot, but I didn't really touch it. And when I went to get in the bath, I was thinking of Rain Man for some reason. If you remember Rain Man,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman separated when they were little kids because Tom Cruise put on hot water. And Dustin Hoffman was the idiot savant. He got in, or Tom Cruise got in, and hot water burn baby. That was hot water burn. It triggered. Hot water burn baby. He was the idiot savant. Hot water burn baby.
Wow.
And I was thinking of that, and I went to get in the bathtub, and I stepped in, and I went, oh, this isn't that hot. And I forgot I have neuropathy of the feet because of the diabetes. And as I squatted down, the bottom of my scrotum hit 120-degree water, and I jumped up and started to scream, hot water, burn ball bag. Hot water, burn ball bag. 10 minutes to Wapna.
No. Wow.
My scrotum, go ahead.
Good military cover. Who's the all-time selling? Which comedian sold more comedy albums than anybody in the history of stand-up
The
comedy?
guy you look exactly like, Steve Martin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, he's not even there. Martin Cosby sold more than him.
Oh, Cosby?
No, he sold more than Cosby. He broke Cosby's record.
Who? I don't know. This guy's got the dramatic pause on everything, don't he?
Yeah.
Who's the all-time best-selling albums of comedian?
George Carlin.
Clooney? Carlin? No.
What was it?
I'll tell you what state he's, I'll tell you from Atlanta, Georgia.
That doesn't give me a clue. Anyway,
I don't know.
Steve Harvey.
No.
Al Jolson.
No. Recent guy. Who's the all-time best? His peak comedy was in the 80s, 90s.
Eddie Murphy.
No.
Eddie Murphy's father was a New York City transit cop, like me.
And then he's a bisexual too. He tried to pick up the security guard once. Security guard I noticed and Murphy tried to pick him up. Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. Redneck.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh my God, you're close. You're close, buddy.
Jeff Foxworthy?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Who was it?
Jeff Foxworthy.
He's the all-time sold more comedy albums than anybody.
Really?
Jeff Foxworthy for the Cupid doll.
Yep.
Wow.
I think I told you guys I worked in Coney Island as a cop. And the first night I worked was the fall of 1986. You can Google this up. I did a 4 to 12. I went on duty at 4. I got off at midnight. It was my first night ever. Coney Island was so dangerous that 9 o'clock that night, a hooker named Peaches was killed with a bow and arrow. And I'll never forget it because I was supposed to meet her at 12:15.
Whoa.
I lost my deposit. $4 deposit. I lost my deposit, so did Hank McCauley, so did Vinnie Coco, so did Vinnie Mazza, so did Alphonse DiCiocio. $8 blowjob, that's better than Costco.
Wow.
Tip included?
Yeah.
Justine, I like that trivia. Name the only 3 movies win Best Academy Award in all 5 major categories. Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress,
wow.
Director, and Best Screenplay.
I'm gonna guess, but you know, I have no idea. I'm gonna say Godfather 1, Jaws, and Rocky. Thank you.
Nope.
Who? Tell us.
Jennings Ken Jennings didn't know the answer to that one. It was a finals too. 1-star Gabo and Claudette Corbett. Over. It happened one night.
That should be the name of this show. It happened one night.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
night's gonna happen. Yeah.
It happened with one person.
Okay, I'm going to name the actors and actresses, okay? Nicholson and Louise Laser.
The Postman Ring Twice.
No, Nicholson and
Remember that movie?
Louise
Yeah,
Laser.
sure.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson. Louise
I brought Susan Schneider on a date to go see The Postman Always Rings Twice.
Oh, really?
And it was this weird fucking... He was having sex with Jessica Lange.
Oh.
I liked him.
Okay, this movie starred Nichols. What's Nicholson's most famous movie?
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who was a producer on that won an Oscar? Come on.
Oh, the director.
No.
Who was it?
One of the guys that won an Oscar. Michael Douglas was
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
producers.
Oh, my God.
Oh.
All right, dude, I have a trivia question that only this guy is going to know.
Yeah.
I think it was when the Nets played Shea Stadium.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Who put his house on the line to hire them? A single person produced the show.
Oh, my God. Oh, I remember reading about that. Yeah, putting that up.
This is a tough one. A guy we all know, we all grew up with, just said, you know what?
Wait a minute.
Someone's going to want to come see them. Like, he wasn't even a producer. He put up like whatever it was, 60 grand at the time, and made all kinds of money because Shea Stadium sold out.
Westrum?
Almost say what?
Westrum.
No, it was the host of the Newlywed Game.
Bob Eubank.
Bob Eubanks put his house on the line.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Yep. Okay, the other movie that won Best Category, 1991. I'll name the actor. Jodie Foster and Tony Hopkins.
Yeah, here we go.
Silence of the Lamb.
Oh, yeah.
Silence of the NoHo Diner.
Yeah. Silence of the Lambs. Yeah.
That was a great movie.
It was, yeah.
You know another little footnote on that? We're all actors. Her and him never spoke the whole time they shot the movie. They just never.
What's that again?
Her and him, the two stars, they just never spoke. They just never, somehow, all of a sudden it was over and they never had a conversation. Like it wasn't on purpose.
Yeah, well, that happens.
A lot of actors, there's
That's
so much
happened
into
to
their
me,
work.
too.
They're so much into their work.
Like me, up here tonight.
Oh, okay.
Did I tell you guys the others, I'm on Ozempic. So I lost weight, and the side effect, number one, it makes you look like a retarded George Clooney.
Oh, God.
And it makes your ass cheeks is the first thing to go. Look,
Yeah, yeah.
this isn't a magic trick. I have the ass of a Korean grandmother. Look.
No.
Yeah. Look, it's not a magic trick.
No.
Watch if it gets stuck in my ass crack. Look at that.
Oh, no.
It looks like I'm getting a blowjob from a superhero. Like Superman, you're sucking my jeans through my pie hole. Through my rectum. Rectum damn near killed him. All right, we're going to bring it on home. Any more questions?
Well, we're trivia.
I have trivia. I can have trivia all night long. Let me think. Trivia.
Who got the most Academy Awards?
I would
The
say,
Individual?
Yeah.
Walt Disney.
No, actor.
Oh, actor.
it has to be Meryl Streep, whatever it is.
No, Kate Hepburn.
No.
That's actor Nicholson.
John Diresta.
No, Gene Hackman.
How many?
150.
No.
He won 150. He did 150 movies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I mean,
I don't want to pat myself on the back because I don't want to dislocate my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
But I was once compared to Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Thank you. He was in The French Connection,
So was I.
and I caught a guy in the subway with his penis inside of French bread.
Ah,
For real. And I stepped back, watch this, I went to write him a summons,
right.
right? 'Cause I got a phone call on it. I wouldn't have cared, but someone called, 911, the guy's having me and my partner, the Sponge. My partner was called the Sponge. We took the guy's info, we stepped back, we came back to give him the summons. He had eaten the Italian bread. No evidence, no crime. We couldn't give him a ticket. And as we walked away, my partner went like this, touche.
Yeah, touche.
I hope you don't get a yeast infection.
Boy.
Touche. That same partner, the Sponge, we were flagged down in Brooklyn. We're in a police car, flagged down. We have 1 minute to go off duty. Flagged down. He goes to me, what'd you stop for? You could have just waved and drove around. I said, we're out. Let's go. The woman pointed to one human buttock, detached from a body, one buttock. One cheek. And my partner goes, you stopped us for this half-ass case?
That it was, right.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's go. Don't make any eye contact. It's a true story. We were working the night. Tupac, the rapper, was shot. Tupac was shot in Times Square in 1994. He was shot 5 times. Twice in the skull, twice in the wrist. 5th bullet went to his scrotum and he lost a testicle right there. It was nasty. We got back in the police car. My partner said, hey, Johnny boy, looks like old Tupac's gonna have to change his name to One Pac.
Poor guy.
Hitler had 1 testicle.
Uh-oh.
Richard Belzer had 1 testicle, the comedian. I have 2 testicles, but they're all the way down here now. When my wife used to kick me in the balls, she used to go like this. When my wife used to kick me in the balls, she used to go like this. When my wife used to kick me in the balls, she used to go like this.
Golf.
Another time, this is it, yeah.
Playing golf.
Another time we got called, me and my partner, to Sheepshead Base Station, and there was a human being laid out, face down, blood everywhere, dead as a doornail. We knew it was over. And we were the first on the scene, and my partner leans over and he goes, let me see what we got here. 7 shots to the back of his skull. Suicide. Let's go. Don't step in the blood. Let's get the fuck out of here.
That's gross. Anyway.
No, all right, one last one. At roll call once, they said, hey, if anybody want a dog, we're giving away a dog. And everyone said, where'd you get this stray dog? Well, Angelo was a homeless guy in Coney Island. He died under the boardwalk, and he froze to death. Then when they found him, he was frozen stiff. And when they thawed him out and did the autopsy, his penis was tied in a single knot. And he was white.
Gross.
Imagine being able to tie a penis in it,
No,
huh?
no.
I have an innie. I have an innie. Actually, hold on, one last one. I did an all-naked show a week ago. All naked, Studio City. Audience is naked, comedian naked. I'm in the green room, ready to go on. I can hear them ready to announce me. I have nothing on except black socks, because I'm an old white guy. And the booker sticks his head in and he goes, are you John Diresta? I said, I am. He goes, oh, you can't go on. I go, why not? You see my act? He goes, no, didn't you read the flyer? It's a $10 cover and a 2-inch minimum.
No.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
All right, Pat, if you want to...
That's a trade. What's the most popular first name golf president?
that would be a Dean.
What's the first, which president's got the first name most popular name of all the presidents?
I just said Dean. That was my guess.
No,
George.
no.
Tupac.
John is second, next to what?
I'm not sure. You're on. It's up to you.
How many presidents, James is first and John, or how many James?
13.
No, wait, there goes Madison, Monroe, Buchanan.
You got it down, bro.
Yeah, Carter, President Carter.
He's still kicking. He's here next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, let's hear it for John.
All right, Monroe, Madison,
Oh boy.
Buchanan,
One thing I have to say,
Carter.
I was in French Connection, and not
Wow, good for you.
because I was cast. I was not cast in French Connection.
Uh-oh.
I was living outside on
yeah.
Underdunk Avenue when they were filming.
What avenue?
Underdunk.
Where?
Onderdonk. It's Ridgewood, Queens.
Oh, okay.
And it was the borderline of Brooklyn. So I went up to the, I have to say something good about this. I went up to the director. I had just finished my American Musical and Dramatic Academy. I was a graduate from there. After Sammy Davis Jr. He didn't know me for anything. But I went up to him in a fur coat. I had a long, rabbit fur coat. And he says, "Get lost, kid." And I said, "Who's that?" He said, "I'm the director. And we don't need any more. We don't need any more." So I said, "Well, that's really sad, because you're in my territory. You're right here by my house, my apartment. 3rd floor right." Oh, I just got something blue in my eye. Oh, must have been a dust. Oh, it's an angel telling me, say something good. Okay, so the good thing was my mother came down and said, "Here, give a thermos of coffee to that guy sitting in the car." I said, Ma, he's a stunt guy. He's dragging all these cars and smashing them under the L. So I said, "All right, okay." So we took a break, and I went over and offered him a cup of coffee. And I told him who I was, and that Billy Freakin told me to get lost, kid. I'm not a kid. I'm just 21 years old, and I'm out of film, school, theater school, thanks to Sammy Davis Jr. He said, "Boy, you got some stories. Sit in the car and tell me the stories." I said, well, I don't want to get, you in trouble. He said, are you kidding? I'm the star of the show. And I said, oh, well, I didn't know. I didn't know who Gene Hackman was then. So after we talked for about an hour, had the lunch in the car and everything else, he said, get with your mother, go downtown right now, put down the $500, you're already in after, because I was a model then, I was doing commercials and stuff in Manhattan, and you'll be in. So that's what happened. I did that, we went down there the very next day, and I worked on that movie. It was atmosphere, I was a featured extra.
Yeah.
And then I said, are you single? He said, well, I'm separated. So I said, okay, we can date then. And we did. We dated.
How long?
For about 3 months.
Wow. Great
In
story.
New York City.
How old was he?
And I don't know. I was 21. I don't tell an age. I don't talk about the age. It's irrelevant. But it's a great story, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten in SAG the way I have. And that was in 1972. You believe it? I cannot believe it myself. So then he gave me an invitation for a screen test, which I asked him to do. Some contacts, that he had. And he said, okay, you go with your mother to Hollywood. Well, when I got there, the guy was really rude to me, okay? And he asked me for, the wind blows. Well, that's what he asked me for. One of those. I'm not even gonna say it, okay? I was a good Christian girl, and I was not about to do anything like that. So I said, well, I guess the show is over. He said, oh, that's too bad. I said, yeah, it is too bad. And I walked out the door. So when I hear these stories about these girls now that are suing people and suing millionaires, it takes two to tango. Just remember that. You can always either walk out the door, slam the door in their face, and that went on in the 70s. That went on for me 3 times. I could have had a lot of things, could have and should have, So hell with that. It's not important. And SAG wanted me to get my manager in trouble because I reported him. I called in and I said, this guy is a big fat guy with a cigar in his mouth, and he's asking me to do something, and I'm not going to do it. And they said, okay, go in there with a mic on you, and we're going to arrest this bastard. We've been trying to get him for a long time. But it didn't happen because my boyfriend at the time said, you're not going to do that because this guy, that's a Jewish mafia, and they will get you. They will get you floating down the river or you'll be scarred for life. And that's the kind of stuff that went on in the 70s in New York City. People don't know that, but I'm here to tell you. I had the smarts enough to walk away or slam the door in their face. And I met about 3 of those kind of people in my life where I could have done Broadway, Canterbury Tales. He offered me. That was Management 3. Did you ever hear about them? Management 3? Oh yeah. They were the managers that ran big stars. Taylor is one of them. And who was the one that died singing Country Road?
John
Take
Denver.
You. Yeah, that guy.
How did he die?
I don't know how he died.
I do. Do you know?
Something, a landslide in the snow or something?
He was in an airplane that ran out of gas.
Oh, okay, another one of those. Boy, those are horror stories. Yeah, I know. I saw him first perform at Greenwich Village. We had
Grandma's feather bed.
yeah, we had a lot of good things going on in Greenwich Village in those days, didn't we? So anyway, that was my story. But I met other good people, like Al Pacino, and I worked with him on Serpico, and that was really fun. And
Are you in a scene in Serpico we could see?
yeah, you can still see me, even though most of everything else that I was in was cut from that. I'm in the graduation of the police department in the beginning of the film.
Okay.
And I'm sitting there watching my husband, supposed husband, actor husband, graduate from the police. Which is funny because in life, later on, my brother's wife, from the first marriage, second marriage. Anyway, we had a cop in the family, Jerry. And he was, I went to his graduation scene. It was really nice. It was, I don't know where it was in Queens. Was it Astoria or something where they had the graduations?
I graduated Madison Square Garden.
Wow.
2,900 other cops, allegedly the largest class in the history of the human race.
Wow.
However, the strange thing is, I met my wife 3 years later, but she was in the building that day. She was there to see someone else graduate.
Wow.
So she was in Madison Square Garden, but I never met her.
That's amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And when you hear these stories, how people are put in the right place at the right time. That's a good story. And then later on, when I came to Hollywood, my ex, Greek fellow who's, fortunately, he's deceased now, he was in a scene in Serpico before I met him with Judd Hirsch. And I happen to date Judd Hirsch. So I had two guys in the cop car together of who I dated both of them. It was really great. And I told that to Judd Hirsch. He goes, oh, I remember Nick. Yeah, I remember him. So it's funny, goes around, comes around, how you meet people and certain people that you do remember. But I have to say, Gene Hackman was very nice to me.
Was he funny?
He was fun. And
where is he from in the world?
Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
I don't really know. I never found out.
Let's see.
But he now is married and lives in New Mexico.
They have the Hall of
And
Fame
he
roommates,
was in, what was that place in New Mexico where they just did Oppenheimer? That was, someplace down in Mexico. Santa Fe, New Mexico, yeah. They just did the Oppenheimer film there. And I called the casting director and I said, put Gene Hackman in as a cameo, will you please? He's right there in the neighborhood. He married a Japanese lady, and they opened a restaurant. Because my students, who I teach acting to, were down there. So they said, okay, you're in the mix. You're going to get in, Oppenheimer. I said, that's great. Did you call Gene Hackman? Oh, I don't know if my boss is going to do that, so we'll see. But it never happened. Too bad. That's the way the business is. It's crazy. Anyway, on a good note, here we are. I didn't squeeze this mic too bad. But I think cops are great. They have great stories. To this day, I still want to be in one of those cop shows. What did we see last night? Blue Brothers, right? No, what's the one with Tom Selleck?
Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods, yeah, that's it. I like that show. Anyway.
You know my problem with that is? I was a New York City cop, and I know it's a stupid thing. There's not one person in that family that has a New York accent.
Oh,
If he was an old school New York City cop,
that's
he
true.
would sound like
well,
me.
no, the older son.
They're all a bunch of dicks.
He's got that one. Well, anyway.
All right, I'm gonna run. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
are we on for
okay.
next week?
Yeah, we're gonna try.
Hold on, it's the night before Thanksgiving.
You think we should?
I know, I'll be here. I just don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try to round up some people.
All right, I'll be here.
Anyway, okay, I'm gonna do something for you called As You Like It. It's a famous play. It's a little bit of Shakespeare. It's a different turn for me. So that's why I wore this suit today, this little hat, because Rosalind's playing a man. Now, this is the remark I was gonna make. In those days, that was good. Thanks, John, for coming. Let's hear it for this guy. Yay! We'll see you next week. Be careful. There's a New York cop for you, huh?
Daddy was a cop on
Great
South Side
stories.
of Chicago.
So, on a good note, let's go now to the 16th century, okay? Back to the 16th century. Shakespeare was born and died at 53 years old. In the 1500s, he was born sometime. I didn't get the exact number, but you can look it up. But that was pretty young. But this is a great play that he wrote, As You Like It, and I won't tell you about the play, but Rosalind delivers this speech to the audience after the actors have left the stage. It's the end of the play, okay? So now I'm going to switch from my New York accent to my Shakespearean accent. Okay. This is Rosalind now. It is not the fashion to see the lady the epilogue, but it is no more unhandsome than to see the Lord the prologue. 'Tis true that a good play needs no epilogue, yet to good wine they do use good bushes. And good plays prove the better by the help of good epilogues. And for those that don't know, an epilogue is the end of the show, right? The prologue is the beginning of the show. Okay, getting back to this. What a case am I in then, that I'm neither a good epilogue or cannot be have a good epilogue, cannot insinuate that you, in behalf of a good play, I am not furnished like a beggar. Therefore, to beg you would not become me. My way is to conjure you, which is to charm you, and I'll begin with women. Ready? I charge you, O women, for the love you bear to men, to like as much of this play as please you. And I charge you over there, O men, for the love you bear to women. As I perceive by your simpering, none of you hate them, right? Oh, the right wasn't in there. That between you and the women, the play may please. That if I were a woman, I'm pretending to be a man right now. If I were a woman, I would kiss as many of you as had beards that pleased me, complexions that liked me, and breaths that I defied not. And I am sure as many of you that have good beards, or good faces, or sweet breaths, will, by my kind offer, when I make curtsy, bid me farewell. So that's all I have to say for tonight. Check out your Shakespeare. Okay? It's fun. And those words that I used, conjure is to charm. No bush here is meaning advertisement. A simpering is coy smiles. And I defied that not is I disliked it not. Disliked was the defied. And bid you farewell means applause. Please, applause. Ta-da! Okay, good night from North Hollywood, to be continued next Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Amen. All right.
Thank you. Bye now.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Good night.